You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. Oh, that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through. The bag in the G. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah. What's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sick of it. Tire forward and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate. Then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe. Oh, that I got time.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra. I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam. Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona. I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw in
tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Back to throw, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Moore, the motion man right. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This could be the turning point.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now Chubb running right
to the 27-yard line. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 8.
Here's Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in. And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
What do y'all do?
Here's the give to McIntosh.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Seahawks at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Here's Walker. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Browns take over 1st down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down at 7.
Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. You stick with them for that long.
Better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10, Smith again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Geno going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Smith throwing again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And just shedding him off there. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now a 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Cade York on now for the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
On the return from his end zone is Grant, powering his way forward. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The final shot before the break. Watson, deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this is McIntosh.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Play action. It's Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
And again, it's Chubb.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Moore, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Third down and 6. Now it's Watson. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A give running right is Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And now Smith going to change the play. They'll look to throw again. Finding Walker complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It looks like they'll move things around here. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. That's caught at the 2. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it will stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Watson's throw taken in by Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Watson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 14-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. More the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Goodwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go. The Browns will go for two. Now Watson going to change the look here. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll change things up. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Smith now to throw. This ball caught by McIntosh. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with McIntosh. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they're going to speed things up here.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, here's McIntosh. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntosh. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down to inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
first down. McIntosh. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 coming up. On second down, McIntosh. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
At the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Smith going to try and run with it. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Geno Smith scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they put their lead to 3. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to